Here is John prepping the bearing holder for the rudder. While we waited for the rudder to be ready for reinstallment, we decided to go on an adventure. We booked a day tour with Roof of Africa Tours to Sani Pass, which is located right on the border between South Africa and Lesotho. Lesotho is a high-altitude, landlocked kingdom encircled by South Africa. It is crisscrossed by a network of rivers and surrounded by tall mountain ranges. We were picked up at the Durban Marina at 5 a.m. Our guide, Thabo, was a wealth of information about Lesotho and South African history as we drove the 3.5 hours to Underberg.
Hence Sani Pass, Sun, the Sun people.
Sun.
Yeah, the Bushmen are called the Sun people.
At Underberg, we were handed off to Zabo, the guy who would take us to Sani Pass for the day. On our way to Sani Pass, we entered the UNESCO World Heritage Site. Zebo had all the information.
Why would they proclaim this the World Heritage Site is the flora and fauna, geology, as well as the culture. Most of the World Heritage Sites in the world have got one of either, but this one has got it all. Flora and fauna, geology, as well as the culture. In our flora and fauna, we got more than 4,000 species of flowers. In our geology, we got the very young rock, which is the volcanic rock, and the very old rock, which is the sandstone rock that is being left from the sea when the sea water used to be. And with our culture, we got the paintings that has been left by the native people, and each and everybody's culture around here, it's all respected.
Oh, nice.
So that's how we ended up by getting this World Heritage Site. It's about 200 kilometers long. It covers 3 provinces of South Africa, and it's between 10 and 60 kilometers wide, just depending on where you are. And that this World Heritage Site keep Lesotho like this in these provinces. KwaZulu-Natal, we there, and the Sani Pass is right here. That's the only port of entry that we can use from KwaZulu-Natal on a car, and you need a 4x4 car. The Free State has got quite a few ports of entries into Lesotho, and the Eastern Cape will be on the other end. That will keep Lesotho a landlocked country. Each and one of these provinces have got this World Heritage Site mountains around it.
The road from Underberg to the South African border was a lovely paved road.
It's a good view of the 12 apostles.
Yes, the 12 apostles. Yes, yeah.
Just before the border, it turned into gravel. We proceeded to check out of South Africa and had 8 kilometers of no man's land before the Lesotho border.
Kilometers of real African road.
Yeah, African massage.
We took many stops along the way to admire the view. These photos and videos don't do it justice. It was so much more majestic in real life. That little puff of smoke is where we're headed. The Sani Pass Mountain Lodge. But before we arrived, we had quite a few switchbacks. Here is the border into Lesotho. Sani Pass is 2,873 meters, which is approximately 9,500 feet high. While we waited for the border agents, we walked around the small frontier village that really had nothing more than a few tourist shops.
Okay, I just went pee with a beautiful view of the top of the world.
And this was my lovely view. From the border, we took a very short drive into a local village.
Press it, and when the animals are gone, they get the people will get there with the sharp object, the shovel, dig it in pieces, dry it up, and protect it that it doesn't get any wet. And when they make the fire, the fire is made outside, like you see, that's how they start the fire, so that all the smoke could go away, only taking inside the red hot ashes. When you get in front of the door, you will go. That is as good as knock. So to make a person inside aware that you're intending to go inside, and they will respond again if they are ready to accept you and take you as a visitor or as a guest. Then when you go inside, you just find a place to sit in to your left.
Okay.
I will take you, lady.
Okay.
Go.
Go.
Then in the middle there, that's a fireplace where they make their fire. They've got some rocks in there, and obviously when they build a house, they put some rocks underneath so that the house doesn't really, the floor doesn't get damaged when they get too much of water. So they build a little bit in the rocks.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yeah. And those rocks help sometimes when the fire's been going for a while. They distribute the heat to keep the underfloor heating going well in the hut. That underfloor heating, we pay lots of money. Here it's for free.
It's for real.
Yes. And for us to be more welcoming to the hut, we got to greet the lady. And
Dumela me.
Greeting back, she's saying Dumelang because she's greeting more than one person. Bo Ntate is many men, more than one man. Me is one lady. Yes.
And in this house, so they cook. Do they sleep also in this house?
Mostly that is the multi-purpose hut. It's a bed, as you can see.
Okay, yeah.
That's the bedroom. This will be the kitchen. And this is the living room.
On the living room.
Yes, yeah. So it's a multi-purpose hut. Yes.
It's got
So this blanket is also will be made from the wool of the sheep, mostly. And when you wear the blanket, these lines must go down like that.
Good luck.
Yes, good luck. So if you put the lines like that,
Uh-oh.
You're gonna get rained on.
yeah, you never get rain, and
Boulder's gonna fall on your head.
Police will stop you quite often. You'll get arrested. There's something wrong with you. And when you wear the blanket, this side, the darker side, is for men. Meaning, as I'm a male, I will wear the blanket like this. The darker side will be outer side to show on the blanket. Then everybody knows that I'm a man. Then the women will wear it on the other side with the lighter side outside. So the safety pin is then used to make sure that the blanket doesn't fall off. I can put my hands in my pocket whilst I'm wearing the blanket. So this is the safety pin. And obviously, possibly you'll be leaving home early morning. It's kind of odd. In a sunny day like this, you walk with the blanket like this, and the air is coming in, you're getting cooled down. Later in the afternoon, the air changes, it gets very fresh. Oopsie, you just twist the blanket around. Then you got this part in front, protecting you from the wind. Then you're still walking.
After our introduction to village life and tasting the bread, we drove back to the border where we had lunch at the Sani Pass Mountain Lodge. For lunch, I had the tomato soup, and of course, John had the T-bone steak. And we had to taste the local Maluti beer. We really would have enjoyed staying here, having a glass of wine or two, and enjoying the view from the deck, but we had 8 kilometers of downhill, rocky road to face. The only thing I would do different about this trip would be to make it a multi-day trip, staying one night at the Sani Pass Lodge and then moving on into Lesotho and seeing more of the country would have really been nice. Here is a look at the beginning of our drive down the hill at 10 times actual speed. Thank you, Roof of Africa Tours, Tabo, and Zebo for such a great day.